another big topic that we about to get into. Pod wars.
I like that you're calling it this.
It is
like pod wars.
Pod wars. That's what the internet's calling it. That's what YouTube calls it. That's what they call it between each other. You feel me? There has been multiple pod wars that has happened. We're probably gonna be one of the first people to talk about it. With the next pod that we're gonna talk about. But Mal and Rory respond to Joe. They send shots at Joe. You feel me?
And honestly, I have ever since we started podding, I kind of made the active decision to stop watching other people. Because I seen like
it's true. You don't want to say the same thing.
Yeah,
it's true.
Even like Ice and like Ish. I remember one time they were like, "Man, I don't even watch podcasts."
No, but that's
like,
what
that's cool
that you do it, bro. You don't want
to. They do it really well.
Yeah,
you know.
You don't.
So I was like, I don't want to like bite off anybody's sauce. So
you feel me? And it just so happens that you might say the same things because we're podding too about the same topics.
Exactly.
But we're giving a fan's perspective, right? But Mal, he states he would go to the Joe Budden podcast to take a look at the contracts and the taxes, right? Mal says, quote, "He's a thief," end quote. Another quote, open quote. "Show the taxes." End quote. You feel me? Rory says that they never got paid off of YouTube. That's big. That's a lot of money and a lot of videos that they made. Over 200 episodes.
A lot of ad dollars right there. A lot of ad dollars.
But is that their own ignorance? Let's keep it a buck. Let's look at it from both sides. Is that their own ignorance of not putting that into the deal where they are fucking getting a piece of the bread that I believe that they should have been getting a piece of the fucking YouTube. You feel me?
I mean, they built that program up. That pod was really built off not really off their backs, because
they was a part of it
for tens of episodes, 50s of episodes, hundreds of episodes. You know, he was the A mic.
He is the A mic. You feel me?
Still is, yeah, and he carries that show. But I mean, they added a lot of value to it. I think so. And I think like the deal that they had with Spotify, they added a lot of value to that deal.
You are a worker. You're a worker.
They should have negotiated a better deal. That's what I'm saying. Mm-hmm.
Good thing that they fucking tried to.
Because it's not like they're there from day one.
Yeah.
They came along in the process.
Mm-hmm.
Versus that's why I think maybe a Parks and a Joe do it so well. Because Parks has more than just like I'm just talking. Like he's been handling shit for him since even when he was a rapper. Mm-hmm. Talking about recordings and shit like that. Mm-hmm. So might be their own ignorance. But that doesn't mean it's their fault, so to speak.
The thing is, they might have slipped up within the contracts, but the Spotify deal opened up their eyes and was like, yo, wait, we need to see this. We need to get some bread off of this. And that's crazy to me that they weren't getting paid off YouTube. I didn't know that. I think they talked about it before, but I guess I just missed it or I forgot about it. But they weren't getting paid off of YouTube. That's crazy to me.
Yeah, that doesn't make too much sense.
Crazy to me.
Especially all that, like we said, ad dollars that they bringing in, all the clicks. They were a big part of. Show doesn't do. I mean, both their individual shows don't do as big a numbers that they did when they were together. You know, so
and to me, like I said before, I stopped watching the JBP after it happened a little bit because I just needed a break, bro. I was heartbroken. You feel me?
Kind of slow it down.
But their numbers, his numbers is Joe's numbers is still good. You feel me? Mm-hmm. And their numbers is competing with Joe's shit. You feel me?
Yeah.
Since we say Rory and Mal, what they said, Joe responds. I was watching the podcast and Joe says, "Get your lawyers and come take it back if I stole from you," which is a big statement. Come take it back legally, nigga, or let it rock. That's basically what he's saying. He says that he's done. The last episode was called "I'm Done Teaching" or "I'm Done Teaching." Not the last episode, but the second to last episode where he responds to them. He's saying, "I'm done teaching niggas." He's telling them, "Yo, go get your lawyers and come back to me. Let's go."
I mean, that's in line with his character and the type of person that he is and the type of business person that he is. You know.
He said, "Let's go." If it's not that, I don't want to hear about it. You feel me? And I respect that approach. So Rory and Mal, maybe they don't, because Mal is a nigga like me and you feel me? We don't really want to add no lawyers into it if we could settle it another way, you feel me?
Yeah.
But their friendship is already done, you feel me? So that's the business thing to do, is to take it straight to the court. If I stole from you, nigga, bring it on.
That's really some crazy shit.
Feel me?
I never saw it getting this far to the point where even on their own separate things, they still can't get away from each other and still can't get away from this issue.
Because they haven't figured it out yet, though.
Yeah,
it's
so
unresolved.
It's kind of a bad situation for them. But I'm sure they'll get through it. You know, I mean, they have been doing their thing with their pods and
100 episodes plus.
they're deep. I remember I saw Joe talking about how Joe and Schultz, it's not a competition anymore. Like Andrew Schultz beat him in that podcasting lane. And you know, it really takes me back to like, damn, I remember when Andrew Schultz was just Charlemagne's B mic on his Brilliant Idiots, and now he's doing episodes that are fucking maybe triple, quadruple what Joe pulls on an episode, you know?
Really? I haven't even peeped him, but I know his name. I know the name.
Yeah, I mean, he's huge. I mean, also because he's spread himself out so much, he's done a lot of different things, like comedy and the other podcast that he has and shit like that, you know?
I had to peep that.
It really just shows, like, these guys have kind of gotten stuck into this one part because they're still beefing over this one podcast. Meanwhile, everybody else is already spreading out.
They don't really...
But that was kind of part of Joe's argument, too, with these guys, because he was like, well, when you guys were doing this pod with me, you wasn't doing anything else. And that was his issue.
True, and he said that he went to them multiple times, like, yo, Mal, I want you to have a sports section. But I guess... And at the time, they didn't have YouTube channels.
Exactly. They didn't even have a start of it, you know?
They was leaning on
off
Joe.
His platform, exactly.
You feel me?
So,
a spade is a spade. Call it what it is. You feel me?
Yeah.
We love them both, but we got to keep it a bean. You feel me?
It's how it looks, too. I think that's how most people interpret it and take it, too, regarding the situation.
But Joe says, get your lawyers and come back. Boom. That's it. End the argument.
Pod Wars.
Let's see what happens after. You feel me?
Pod Wars. Part 2.
See. Let's talk about my expert opinion real quick, because I have found that show last year. I found that show and I've been a constant fucking view on that shit.
I checked a couple episodes out.
He has a lot of good episodes, but Esso and Hynaken, two main co-hosts,
one
leave.
question before you get into this.
What?
I know that with Matt Hoffa,
yeah,
he has like a rotating cast of characters around him, right? Like co-host, so to speak.
Yes, but it hasn't.
Every episode, he doesn't have the same consistent host with him.
Wait, we have to dive into this because it's a very important thing that you said. He says that it's rotating, but for the past like 20 episodes, it's been the same people there.
Okay.
But now it's a split that just happened. That's what makes it even crazier. And I heard that Matt Hoffa said, like, yo, if he don't feel like niggas is contributing to the pod or whatever, they'll say that episode or whatever, you feel me?
Yeah, I feel like you brought that up too.
You feel me? But Esso and Hynaken said, we out, nigga. You ain't paying us right. They say Matt is in the last, because they have their own shit called Bag Fuel, which since they started it, I love that shit. And they building that shit and they inspired me, you feel me, to get this shit rolling, you feel me? But they have Bag Fuel, and on Bag Fuel, Sp8 Ghost, the cameraman, and I think another guy. His name is Shampoo. I don't really know where he's from, but he holds weight in the radio space. You feel me? And the show space, right? They talk about the issues that they've been having. This is brand new. This just happened. Esso and Hynaken walk off the show. Esso says Math has not called me and said if I was on or off the show. Hynaken goes to ad. Matt Hoffa says, we not needed no more for the value of the show. Quote unquote, y'all irrelevant. That's cutting words. They were supposed to have a meeting, I heard. Matt didn't show up. Esso bet $100 that he wouldn't show up. He didn't show up. That nigga Esso won the bet. You feel me? The D Rose episode with Matt Hoffa dropped. And I didn't even know that at the time when it dropped, I didn't know that there was any controversy. Then again, I go on Instagram and then I figure it out. But I could tell the production was hella trash compared to what Sp8 Ghost was doing before. You feel me? There's no mics. The cameras, it looks kind of, I don't know where the fuck they shooting on. You feel me? They might be shooting on the GoPro like us. You feel me? The audio was trash, but he's still pulling views, right? He's still pulling views, but the cast is not the same. The cast is not there. Esso and Hynaken, they added value to the show as a fan to me. They've showed me and made me understand. Esso made me understand marketing, how important marketing is, and you got to push yourself. You feel me? And promo, and how niggas is paying for records, hit records and shit. You feel me? He shined a light on that part of the business that I didn't know before I watched My Expert Opinion. You feel me? So as a fan, Math Hoffa, I'm not gonna lie, they did add value. That's kind of hurting. That hurts. You feel me? But they also said that, yo, he wasn't paying people on time. You feel me? And just communication is not there. Sp8 Ghost, the cameraman, says, like, he don't want to deal with that shit no more.
Damn.
You feel me? And he just walked. He said, you're not going back. He called Sp8 Ghost a nigga who just puts together footage. And that's foul. As an editor, I'm an editor too, right? If a nigga tell me, yo, all you do is put together footage, I might want to slap that nigga.
Yeah, you're going to take that shit personal.
That shit is hella personal, bro. Because the production on My Expert Opinion when Sp8 Ghost was there was immaculate. I didn't see, he said that he had mistakes. I didn't really see too many mistakes like that. You feel me? And you could definitely tell that the production has changed with this split between the four.
Do you think it'll result in less views over time, similar to a Joe Budden podcast situation?
Yes.
Or does Math Hoffa really dominate that space more?
Because here's what the controversy started, just like how Rory and Mal shit started. A man signed a deal and then spread out the bread evenly.
Revolt, right?
Yeah.
It's Diddy. Man, Diddy get that bag.
Esso heard that, and it didn't really go too well. Niggas, the higher niggas, the boss, basically, because it is called My Expert Opinion with Math Hoffa, right? It's his show. Everybody, when I was there, they showed respect to Math Hoffa, right? They showed like, yo, we know it's your show. We're not going to try and take over your shit. We here to help you, right? That's how they showed it to me as a fan, right? They did that, and they hear about the deal, and shit kind of get fishy. Unity divides with money.
2.7 M's.
And to me,
that'll divide a lot of motherfuckers.
To me, 2.7 M's as how much leverage you have with each video that you and the fan base that you built, over 600,000 fucking subscribers. That seemed kind of low to me. 2.7, that seemed kind of low to me. I'm not gonna lie. I would shoot for double digits. I think it's worth more than that. But to have it fall out over fucking 2.7, I don't know that.
Maybe Math Hoffa would have been better off holding out for a bigger deal and keep on growing.
I think so. But how long do you hold out if you want to get signed by niggas? And
that's true.
You feel me?
He thought the bag was big enough, so more power to him. And I guess he found a way to cut all these motherfuckers out of that deal. So
that's how it seems.
Read those contracts, man. And who knows? Maybe there wasn't even a contract established with these.
Because that's what Math Hoffa says. Math Hoffa says that there's no deal on the table.
He's doing freelance shit, basically.
But Esso has inside people when it comes to the business, and he knows what goes through. I even heard that he said that he brought some people to the podcast to even interview and to fucking. I'm sure all of them did, and to even talk about a deal. He brought a person in, and then the original deal fell out, and then he went with revolt. And that's where the water get murky. You feel me?
Again, business side of this shit. Business
team. I'm gonna tell you, because you my brother, nigga. Unity is the best thing. We have to stay united.
But also, we've been here from the jump, too. So that's another thing we got to remember always.
The unity, everybody, it keeps on getting divided. All the people that we look up to keep on getting divided. Which, there's nothing wrong with that, because some people go into a better lane, you feel me? They get their own shit. Esso and Hynaken got their own shit. Rory Mal got their own shit, you feel me? But the unity, if you keep the unity,
it's always going to work out for the content.
It will be better.
And the art of it. It'll always be better.
Nigga, it's hard to try and fake chemistry, show chemistry.
Repertoire, as they would say in France.
You feel me? And I've been hearing that a lot of people in the podcast space, they're not friends like that, which is all right. It's a business. You feel me? It's a business.
That's how it goes.
To them people right there, right? But if you have show chemistry, people will see it.
And it trumps a lot of shit.
Like us, you could see it. I have confidence in us,
It
bro.
rolls off. We don't even feel this. We just talking.
An hour and 8 minutes in, and we not even through with the list yet. This might be the longest episode so far.
Plenty more to go.
We talking that shit. The show chemistry is there. We keeping the unity for the people, bro. You feel me? That's crazy. That's a milestone of the channel right now. Is we hit this mark. You feel me? Because
I told Yaya when he said, man, we might have to take a little break this week, give it a rest, you know, recharge, refresh for another episode.
It's like we never left.
The next one we get, that was a classic. It's a classic.
On to another topic. But that's it with
Matt Hoffa.
That's it with Pod Wars. That's it with Pod Wars.
Part 1 and 2.
I hate to see it.
Chapter 3 coming soon.
Sometimes you need to step away from people. You feel me? But hopefully, I don't wish nobody splitting up on nobody, right?
No, especially when what they made too was so good, and it's again with Joe.
That shit was for the culture.
Rory Mal. That was the best pod ever.
Yeah,
it really was.
Right, but and the Pod Wars, right?